everyone. In this video, I would like to show you how you can make your own glass cabinet doors. It's very easy, and if you're a custom cabinet maker or a closet maker, this is very important to know. So, new element, and as you know, this is the new element. My default, if you can see, it's 3/4. It's 3/4 inch. So the first thing I want to do here is make my styles and rails. So that's easy. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna make my styles 2 inches each. And I will lock it. So that's 2 inches, and the thickness is locked as well. You do not want to lock the height because you might be resizing doors. So we'll leave it like that. Okay, so next thing here is I would like to turn the contours on. That way I can see the elements very clearly. You can see I see the lines, so it's easy when you're designing. And then maybe north wall is a better elevation for this type. I'm gonna make a copy, and let's look at what's going on with the structure. So make another copy. I'm gonna rotate on the z-axis to 90 degrees. Rotate, and then I want to remove the lock so I can be able to resize it again, because this time it's rotated. Right, so that's one of the styles. I'm gonna align the tops, then bring this. Okay, it looks like align the tops again. This was not all the way down, so we're gonna align the tops. Bring that, it's aligned. Make a copy, and now we're gonna do some serious naming here. So this is going to be left style. This is gonna be the right style. This is gonna be the top rail. This is the bottom rail. Right, so my naming structure is going on very well. Now I'm gonna bring a new element, but this time it will be a 1/4 inch thick. I can change it here, but I don't want to because this is my default. So I'm just gonna slap it right here on this wall and double click to change the thickness to 0.25, which is a 1/4 inch. All right, so now I've changed the thickness. You can't really see it because we're looking at it straight. So now I'm gonna resize this in the whole idea so that I can put it in here. So I'm holding down my shift, and this is against the wall, the whole of this. Hold down your shift to override collision. There you go, and then stretch it. So that's going to be, it's not named yet, it's right here. I can call it now glass. All right, now I'm gonna make it look like glass because right now you can't really see it. So I'm going to material and make it transparent. Click OK. You see, you can see through. I'm gonna come back to this a little bit later on how to make your glass look more real in any project. Now we're gonna select all and pull it out a little bit, then rotate in the y-axis, or I can use this 90 degrees. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I would like this glass, let's remove the transparency so that you can see what I'm trying to show you. Okay, you can see that this glass is a little bit off. It's not aligned, it's not at the center, but this side is all the way to your right and there's a lot of space, so we need to center it first. The way you do that is select it, and you can align it with this guy, top rail or the bottom, and you can use align center or just right click, align to the center. And if you notice, the glass just moved. So now we have equal distance on both sides. I can go back ahead and change it back to transparent. Right, now I need to select all and rotate it again. put it back where it was. And this time everything is named, every part. So I need to group it. I can right click and group, or I can just click on this icon. So now we can give it a meaningful name, and you can call it glass door, cabinet door. All right. So now we do have a template. One thing before we go, we want to make sure that all the styles and the rails are locked. The parts are locked accordingly so that they do not change when I resize it. So I'm going to click on the top rail and check the dimensions. I need to make sure this height is locked. You want to leave the width because we might be able to resize it smaller or bigger. You do the same with this. Lock that height. And I'm going to do the same with both left and right styles. So it's already locked, so that's great. So now let's go back a little bit on the mirror. I mean on the glass. If you double click on the glass, I'm gonna hold down because now it's a group, so I need to hold down my control. You can play around with the colors if you want the glass to stand out. So I'm gonna change mine to, let's say, blue. Select. Okay. You see there's a little bit of bluish, and if I change it, let's say to, let's do it to black. So type B just to get to black. It doesn't matter, glossy or non. Select, and you see it's kind of smoky a little bit. I like it the other way around, Control Z. Alright, so now I'm going to save this template, and I will use it just about everywhere. And if you notice, I did not lock the whole thing. It's only the parts that are locked cleverly. And the reason is because if I do resize it, you see my styles and my rails, they just retain the measurements. It's only the size of the door. All right, so I'm gonna right click, add to catalog. It looks like I saved one here already, so I'm gonna give this name plus plus door. The reason why I do that is it will be right on top when I look for it. I don't have to search. We will come back to naming later on in another video. So click save under objects, or you can save it anywhere. It doesn't matter as long as you know where you save your stuff. Okay, so now we can delete it. All right, so now let's bring in a couple of upper cabinets and replace some of the doors. So I'm gonna bring these ones here. I will just pick any randomly. I want to turn the lights off. They're light. Okay, randomly, doesn't matter. All right, then I'm gonna make them go all the way up, all of them. Okay. All right, so now we would like to replace these doors, right, with the glass door that I just made. All you have to do is control hold down the doors and go look for the glass door. So I know it's probably going to be on top here, and here it is. Right click, replace. It's that simple. Now you can also make sure that the colors are the same, I mean the textures. So hold on the shift, and if you remember about the glass, giving different color will make it stand out depending on what kind of design you're doing. So I can change this. Let's give it red, see what happened. Just any red, and you notice it's kind of reddish, but you can still see through. All right, let's give it another fun color. Okay, I want to give it green, and you'll see what I mean. So kind of greenish. So play around with that. Now you can remove the contours, and you can save your project. You can now save this to your catalog. That way you don't have to build it again. Now remember we spoke about resizing. No, right now I can even take this and resize it. See what happened? Everything just perfectly aligned. If you have any questions, pro100usa.com.